Hey guys, I'm Josh Flagg. This is my pal Jake Arnold.
Hey guys,
We're gonna give you a tour of my new pad.
let's go.
Okay, so lots of things to do here. I mean, the goal is to maintain the integrity of the house and not screw around with a Rex Lotery, because I don't want to be the person to screw up,
Yeah, don't be that person.
like
History.
amazing historical architect, but do what he would do today. So for example, what I want to do is I want to create this tunnel effect. I want to take that hedge there. I want to duplicate it on this side, as well as just this corner piece here with the shrubs coming out, and do it so that you literally come into this like tunnel
Yeah,
and walk
love
straight
that.
down.
I love that. I think it's always nice when you drive in anywhere to not really see the front door
Right.
immediately. And I feel like that is very in keeping with like how these houses were built to create these kind of like whimsical entrances and moments.
Yeah.
Because you get that like amazing through line to the view as well.
What do you think about doing the front doors in bronze, like an old Truesdale door, like very cool mid-century bronze doors?
I love that. I was gonna actually say like with the gate too.
I was gonna match it.
I think those being the same thing, and those like even finding something that's like potentially antique.
Oh, no, I
or
want to find
vintage
the
and
original.
find the original
Yeah.
doors. Because I think that what's so beautiful about the house is you've got the wood elements, all of this poured stone, but doing that like gorgeous like patinaed bronze could be amazing.
And then I want to take all the cement out here, and I want to continue the terrazzo that's on the inside, so that you have the original terrazzo going into the front door.
Your actual experience starts right here.
Exactly. This is all brand new, but I guess, Charlie, who owned the house, wanted it to look like the Brady Bunch, so they put in this, shag 50s carpeting, which I love Charlie, but that's going. So I'm thinking of just doing either the terrazzo and insetting it in the wood, or just going solid wood going up the stairs. This is exactly how the house looked in 1965, except for it's been totally rewired, plumbed, new electric, new everything. The house is on a Crestron system. Like, it's totally functions as a brand new house, but this is what it looked like when they built the house in 1965, which is what I really love.
Yeah.
What do you think about, I keep going back and forth. I love the plants, but I also like the idea of a water feature.
I literally was about to say, like, my gut thing was this.
But
is
how
a
do you
water,
do
but
both,
the
maybe?
smell is going to be questionable.
You're right.
And it gets like humid in here. I mean, my favorite thing is this, like having a sunken
I know, right?
living room is incredible.
And then in here, the plan is to, even though I love it and I hate to do it, I have to take these doors out because I'm gonna expand the second floor of this bedroom over here. I'm gonna expand this out, and I'm gonna expand the screening room out to here. These are gonna be the doors into the screening room. And so what I wanna do is I wanna mimic, see how you have those windows there, those louvers into the master bedroom. I wanna do some kind of an element that starts right here,
Gorgeous.
which goes into the guest bedroom.
I love also how seeing your furniture and pieces in here brings it to life in this transportive way. Like, I feel like I'm in like an old Hollywood movie.
Right.
Like, it's very
But
it also feels so comfortable and like livable, and you want to hang out in here, which I think a lot of people take this type of approach with these types of houses now, and it's like super minimalist.
No. What I want to do is, you have this brutalist stone wall right here.
Yeah.
As much as I love the outdoor room right here, the house lacks about 1,200 square feet of square footage that I want to bring in. So I'm going to take the wall here, go across, take all these doors out, all those doors out, enclose that room there, and then make the family room double the size on this side.
That'd be amazing. So I guess like, obviously because you're so passionate about design and what you do is real estate, and sometimes that feels like a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think? Because for me, adding square footage is never always my top priority. Like, I'm like, just keep it, it's quaint, work with it. But when you're adding square footage and keeping this architectural integrity, like, it takes a specific person to do that, because you're going to have to do so much research.
Well, you just have to think to yourself, what would Rex Lotery do today?
Right.
Because back then, they didn't care about resale values, where you position the house on the property, all these things that you need today. So you just have to think, okay, if I was Rex Lotery and I was doing this in 2025 instead
Right.
of 1965, what would have I done differently?
Right.
And make sure that it embraces, it keeps the integrity of the house.
Right,
I'll show
around.
you the outside. So imagine all this terrazzo just continues out here. These doors are gone. And then this room is
You
all
can give
enclosed.
these doors to me, by the way.
If you could have them. So what I want to do is I want to continue this wall across right here. There'll be a cabinet right here. This is going to be a
Amazing.
bartender behind the bar. People can come up for drinks. These are going to be windows that louver out to the
Yeah.
side, and then there'll be like a little
Counter.
right here. There'll be some stools, so somebody that
Indoor,
can
outdoor.
jump out of the pool, come here. Bartender can serve them a cocktail. If you're having a dinner party, bartender, can serve from right
Amazing.
here. Then we'll either do just large family room here, or maybe a pool table or something fun, but not like a cheesy pool table. It'll be really, it'll look great. This will be a glass panel here. Then there'll be a set of doors like these, and then we've just now
What are you
created a
going
whole
to do
room.
with all the ceilings and the lights?
Smooth plaster, and I have these really fabulous double lights that
Like the articulating.
the articulating lights, and then smooth plaster.
And is that going to carry through inside?
Carry through.
Yeah.
I have to see if this is load bearing, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to just cut the wall right here,
Yeah.
take this part out so that the room is squared off.
Yeah. That's going to be amazing. I love this double-sided bar, which again feels like would have naturally been
Yeah.
here. Do you know what I mean? My whole thing, and I think it's the same thing with what you're doing outside with adding the hedge, is I like to create the moments where you don't see everything at once. Like leave something to the imagination. It's like foreplay for the house.
So then over here, outdoor dining area, do a fabulous stone or like unfilled travertine
Yeah.
table.
Gorgeous.
Could do a water feature of some sort across right here,
Yeah.
possibly. And then when you come up here, I want to do some kind of a cabana here. I'm going to bring this wall back. This is just wasted real estate here. And I want to make this a covered cabana with some kind of a fire pit.
I love that. Also, isn't it crazy that there's no railing here? Like if this house was built now, there'd be railings everywhere.
Would never fly today.
So this is not kid friendly.
Would never fly.
Would never fly.
Well, I want to do 3 spouts here, water for
Yeah.
water. But the platform, I want it to continue to the end, and then I want to sink in it a jacuzzi.
Yeah, I love that. To be honest, I also think doing the jacuzzi centered here in ground flush would be amazing.
You mean in the pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that too.
So that when you have this symmetry that's super strong, and then this, and just cut that area out of the pool, and then just have the hot tub here so it's all flush. I also love the idea of doing this by the front door. Like you're like you have to walk on that with the water either side would be
That's
epic.
actually epic.
Like if you have your 2 hedges and then you make this wider,
Yeah.
and even if it was like for safety, it didn't have spaces and the path is in the
No, I
water
know.
could be amazing.
think
Because
it's a
this
good
is
idea.
this is beyond.
So the dining room is fine, but for the way I like to entertain, first I don't like to be in with the kitchen.
Right.
I like a more formal thing.
Right.
So what I want to do is I'm going to do screens on both sides right here that are always in the open
Yeah.
position, but when I'm having a dinner party, they can
Close
be
it.
closed. And then push this back 3 feet, so it's 3 feet longer. And I want to take this, even though this is probably load bearing, I want to take it 3 feet over to here, and now your dining room is huge.
Amazing.
What do you think about this, the Calcutta gold that's here already?
I actually like the stone. I think if you kept it, I would definitely hone it so it's matte. And you can also do like a bush hammer texture that gives it like a
Leathery.
roughness. But I also feel like if I was doing it from scratch, I don't know if I would pick a veiny stone in this house. I would think I'd pick something a little more like texture that's solid. Whether
I'm
it's
just thinking, they rated it and they spent a fortune on it. Is it worth ripping it all out?
It's definitely not worth ripping it out. I think the best way to do a kitchen like this that's pretty great as is you just keep all of the boxes, you just replace the fronts, which is the easiest thing, hone the stone, or like tumble it, whatever, and do a different effect, and it's gonna feel completely different.
I just wanted to, this is too
That's
gold.
too brass.
Yeah.
To me, it's more of a bronze.
I want to bronze it.
Well, I have someone who can come here and they just age it.
How?
By the way, on Amazon, this is the best tip, is that it's called like an brass ager. It's like $20. I take it to every install I ever do. I put it on a rub, like on a cloth, and you literally just rub it down and it just go, you see these darker areas?
Yeah.
it just darkens everything. So most of the time when you get like an unlacquered brass, you have to wait years for it to get darker.
Right.
So like this is the best hack on Amazon.
How long will it take to get that to go down to like a bronzy color?
10 minutes.
Really?
No, it's literally like rubbing it.
But it's a different metal, isn't it? That's not
But
bronze.
this is brass.
Right.
But brass, because this looks, I'm not sure, like sometimes brass is unlacquered, which means you can age it. If there's a sealant on it, a guy just comes here, does like a rough sanding to take off the sealant.
How do we know?
This is the easiest thing.
How do we know if it's sealed or not?
We'll test it because you'll know when you put the ager on it. If it doesn't take, it means there's a sealer on it.
What's it called? Just like
A brass ager. I'll send it to you.
Carol, will you get from him brass ager?
Yeah.
Brass ager off of Amazon. Will you order some? And then over here, I think continue the terrazzo out here, this whole
Yeah.
area, and then drop fire pit in the center and order 2 more of those chairs, and then you have like
Are
a...
those Blackman Cruise chairs?
Yeah.
I love those.
Isn't that great? All right, let me show you the primary suite bathroom. So then from right here, I'm gonna just make this all closet going across. And then I don't know if there's really much to change in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have probably choose different stones, but it's here already, so.
I love this little hidden detail.
Yeah, I think those are original.
I love this that you can see through. It's
And
amazing.
you push the button and it actually powders. So you have privacy too.
So good. And then I think with the closet, are you going to do everything closed or open?
I haven't thought about that yet.
Because I feel like when you're walking through it every day, having it closed, but then that you could bifold it. So like if you're getting dressed, you can have it open.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you're treating it more like a vestibule, I kind of love the idea of doing it like this, where it's a paneled vestibule.
So you don't have to look at all the clothes
But it's
every day.
all built in within the wall.
Yeah,
So then all the closets are just hidden.
yeah. And then you don't have to look at all the clothes.
Yeah.
The problem is then when you're getting dressed and you want to see all your clothes,
But
what do
then
do?
you can do this door that then pushes back the like pocket into the wall.
So what, like 20 pocket doors?
Yeah, why not?
So every morning I have to open every single one?
But no, because like if you're quickly getting ready, you just open the door and you look. But if like one day you want to have everything open and someone's packing, or like you're not sure what you're wearing
Right.
or whatever, then you open it.
Yeah.
But also the other thing is you could do both. Like I do a lot of times in closets, like half closed, half open.
Right.
So that you've got an option. Shoes can always be open, like anything that's hung. And so this ceiling too, smoothing this.
Smooth plaster it.
Yeah. I think it's great.
Thank you. All right, Estate Media, thanks for stopping by. Thank you, Jake Arnold.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time.
Bye guys.